Charlotte's great.
You said there was going to be a sofa. Two chairs just don't count.
Do you not miss the imaginary bit?
I literally tried to carry the sofa up the stairs and the staff stopped me and wouldn't let me take it any further, so I had to go for chairs. The first question I have is that MARINEMAN is an aquatic hero. There is with a big chest.
Yes.
Fantastic. Modelled on myself.
Of course.
Yeah. Why MARINEMAN?
Underwater documentaries were quite popular with Jacques Cousteau and what have you. I used to watch those with my granddad, and it wasn't long before I decided to put, and my interests were underwater as well. I used to want to be a marine biologist when I was a kid. Just wasn't smart enough, so I gravitated towards the things that I was pretty good at, which was drawing and superheroes. So I just put the two together really and created my own character. And it's one of those ones that I just kept coming back to year after year, sometimes a few years at a time. And then I'd been working in comics for like 10 years or so, something like that, and I was getting a bit disenchanted. And I dropped out of comics for the best part of 2 years and went travelling around the world because I wanted to get my enthusiasm for comics back again. Yeah, dropout. So I went travelling, and then I was about, I don't know, 6 months into the travelling, and MARINEMAN came into my head again, and I started drawing little sketches and thumbnails as I was travelling around. And it really got me enthusiastic for comics again, and I couldn't wait to get back and try and get back in. It wasn't a guaranteed dead cert that I'd get back into comics when I came back from travelling, because nothing's set in stone, is it? But I hadn't burnt any bridges or anything. Managed to get back in, and then eventually when the opportunity came to do MARINEMAN professionally, I jumped at it. Eric Stevenson at Image, someone I've worked with over the years, really nice guy, and gave me the opportunity. So I said yes, please, and the rest is history.
Can I say what I love this whole chat show atmosphere, and what I love is it really reminds me of those classic interviews where David Letterman straddles the table instead of sitting behind the desk. And they really could have. I think they should incorporate that more.
To be fair, Letterman is our mentor.
Yeah.
So we've learned several lessons from him.
Okay.
It's good to know that you've picked up with that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. I got that very quick. It's like classic chat show.
So, how does it feel to win an award for your first comic or debut?
That's pretty class.
As it goes,
I know. I think I got it because my mum just like told everyone that she knew. It's like because we was nominated that year. You don't have it. Oh, good. You don't have it there.
I actually did put it on, and then I think I read an interview with you where you said something about it, and I took it off.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not that it was bad. It was as good as I could possibly do then. But like that was like 2006, so I can't stand seeing. I don't know if you can, like looking back stuff you did years ago, but especially when I was like 21 or something. But it was amazing. Like, and I don't know if you were there when the Eagle Awards. The Eagle Award. The writer was like, "This Alan Moore won this award. This means the world to me." I couldn't think of anything to say. And in college, we art college, we have some work collected, and you have like something like a message to other students. And there was one a friend of mine wrote that I remembered. I was like, I must say that. And he was like, thanks to everybody who helped, and those who didn't, thanks for nothing. So I thought that would be funny, So I was like, thanks to everybody who helped.
In your head.
Yeah, thanks for nothing. And then I walked off and like, why did you say that? I'm like, what? And they're like, thanks for nothing. I was like, no, there was more. It's like, no, the microphone cut out. Thanks for nothing, and just walked off. That's
you didn't drop the mic as well at the same time?
No, that wasn't a thing back then.
You're a little bit rock and roll.
Accidentally rock and roll, Like,
nice.
Yeah.
So between sort of then and now, there's obviously been quite a big gap. What do you think is the biggest lesson that you've learned, obviously besides let it finish when you're saying something?
I never do. I've never learned that lesson.
For both of you, actually.
Yeah, for both of you. What do you think?
Since the start of career to now, what biggest lessons?
One editor, when I started working at Marvel, one editor said to me, if you're good and you're on time and you're easy to work with, you'll be fine. And you don't even have to be the three. Like there's the common rule, like be nice, it's a very common phrase, but it was good to hear an editor say, like, as long as your work is good and you have it in, if you can be on time, or if even better, a little early, and you're not a pain to work with, like, you'll be fine. But I think emphasize be good, because I think a lot of like artists get in and you draw and you draw and you draw, and you can get work, but unless it's good, I don't think you'd have longevity really.
Yeah, no, I'd go along with that. Being easy to deal with and fast. Being fast helps, and just having a good relationship with editors, really, because that's the only way you're going to get work at the end of the day. Editors are the only people really that have power in comics. The creators do to a certain extent, but they're the only ones that...
Don't you forget it.
But they are the only ones that can actually give you work. You could be the best artist in the world, but if you're not fast enough or reliable enough or quick enough, then the editor's not going to give you any work. You don't have to be the best artist in the world at all, but you've got to be easy to deal with and put out a decent product on time. That way you'll stay in an editor's good books and you'll always get work, generally speaking, I would have said.
There's exceptions to every rule. Like, I know guys who are amazing and they're terrible to work with, and like, you'll get around it, but like, why put hurdles up? If you can make it easier for everybody, why not?
Has there ever been anything?
And learn to draw hands. That's really important.
Excellent.
Learn to draw hands.
It's like you read.
You were rubbish at that.
It's like you read. I know. When I tried to draw as a kid, what I realised quite quickly was I couldn't draw hands and I couldn't draw legs, or at least this part.
Yeah.
All of this, I was great. I was like Da Vinci. But this hands couldn't do. So what I did was I put clouds.
Clouds?
Yeah, so I can I just put clouds around.
Half the image artists did that, it's like smoke over the feet.
Do you know how like in everyday life there are just clouds?
Be surprised.
The amount of dry ice in my house.
Yeah. Well, I found like,
get that, because
if there's something you're not good at drawing or that you feel weird about, then just do that. Like if you're not good at drawing hands, just keep drawing hands, keep drawing hands.
Yeah.
If you're not good at feet, keep drawing feet, keep drawing feet. Because there's loads of people who have those kind of blind spots, and they just try to draw around them. Like the feet's a common example. But I found if something's your weak spot, like why let it be your weak spot? Just like own it and make it something that you're actually good at. That way you have to never shy away. Like some people hate backgrounds. I found them tough, so I just drew the crap out of background. Try and make it a challenge, because then like your tool belt is such as you're not missing any tools, and you can do it all.
Has there been anything, this is a question for both of you, has there been anything you've not been able to draw where you've literally just gone, do you know, I cannot draw? Question. It's the sort of person you are. No, it's not whiskey.
It's the whiskey talking.
It's not whiskey talking.
Sorry everyone. I find it quite embarrassing.
It was a genuine question to my mind.
What was the straight question?
Who are you and what do you do?
Anything you can't draw?
No, I think
the crowd. Oh no, it worked today.
No, you did.
Wow. I'm phoned.
And that's it for the Geek Syndicate.
I wish if I had a mic, I'd give it to you so you could drop it.
Thanks for nothing. No, I think like you can draw anything. It's just if it can be like there's loads of things I can draw, but not particularly well. So it's a matter of not can you draw it, but can you draw it and be happy with it.
Yeah,
that's fair. I think because like even things that are hard to draw, this room would be hard to draw because of all the chairs and perspective and different people and different clothing. But you can draw it, but it's a matter of if you can do a good job and keep working at it. Because I did the stuff with Warren, it's fucking crazy stuff in that. I didn't think I'd be able to draw it, but like...
There's me.
That fella, yeah.
Can I just say,
It's all beard.
you missed it, but I just did a perfect segue.
Oh, really?
Literally, I went like that, and you went Warren. It was like we were like.
Well, it happens. I mention Warren's name like every.
Yeah, but the
5
question
minutes,
is, now
so.
you have to ask him why he's got that picture up there.
Right, so.
It's totally his question, not mine.
No, so obviously you've both worked with writers who are well known. So, now, we met Warren Ellis in a lift once. It's not that long a story, to be fair. We got in a lift, Warren Ellis was there. But I've never met him before. I'd only seen pictures of him like that. I thought, he looks a bit scary. The lift door, literally the lift doors opened and he was there, and he was the biggest dude, and we got
Hench, as the young folks say.
tasty,
Do they say
as
that?
we used to say back in the day. And we got in the lift.
It's proper tasty.
It was probably the longest lift journey I had, because it was just, if he kicks off. No, I just thought if he kicks off, we're dead. That's what I was thinking. So my question to you: are you not worried that you're going to do something he doesn't like, and he's going to rock up to your house one night?
That's not what I think it'll work out, man. If he kicks off, I'm dead. No,
It's motivation, isn't it?
he's actually like a teddy bear. He's like really, because I had the idea of what Warren Ellis is. Like everyone has that concept, and I think he kind of like puts it out there. But he's like great, like really, really good to work with. Like he's. I don't know if you find that, but most writers I work with, if you're an insecure artist, you're going to have a hard time, because you're always going to be like hoping to say something nice. But most writers, they write all day and then they're writing emails to editors or whatnot. So they just try to keep it short and sweet, pretty much. So like I sent in like a whole issue, and Warren's like, great. That's all I'm gonna get. So I'll fine. I'll
And what's
take
that
it.
like with Jonathan? Because having met Jonathan a few times, he's so enthusiastic about everything. I mean, is it a bit overwhelming?
Yeah, I suppose it is. First time I met him, it was a little bit daunting, because you see him on I've seen him on the TV since I was 14. So when I met him for the first time in real life, it was kind of, that's Jonathan Ross. But it soon passes, and he's just like any other guy, really. I mean, you've both met him. He's really easy to get on with. He's probably forgotten more about comics than I'll ever know. I mean, he's that much of a fanboy. He loves them. So it's been a privilege to work with him. We get on really well, and at the end of the day, I didn't think I'd get on well with him as a person, but he's just like a regular guy. I think people forget that, before he was famous, he was just like everybody else. And he hasn't seemed to have forgotten where he came from. So there's like a grounding with him, I think. And he's very creative, very good writer, and seems to be getting better as he goes along. I mean, he's only been writing comics for 5-6 years, something like that. So he's going from strength to strength. And I think I was lucky to get the third project with him, because he'd learned any mistakes he had to make along the way, and I got the best Jonathan Ross.
Yeah.
So I found myself quite happy about that.
Crazy stuff any fans have ever done for you or asked of you?
Not yet. Not that I can remember. You?
Remember, that's...
No. Well, I might have been very drunk and something did happen, but I can't remember it.
To be asked,
There were a number of days like that back in the old days, but...
to be asked a weird request from a fan, or
Yeah, anything like that.
I don't fucking say.
Oh yeah,
I had someone ask me for Supergirl but nude, and I said, well, if it's Supergirl with no clothes on and there's no costume, how do you know it's Supergirl? It's just a blonde chick, isn't it? So I said no. That's about the strangest one.
How old is she meant to be? About 17?
Well, exactly. It gets a bit creepy after a while, but yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sometimes there might be something that's a little like sexually inappropriate. I wouldn't feel comfortable with drawing, but then again, like I'm not known for drawing sexy ladies, so that doesn't really happen much, But it's just I just draw like grimacing guys and moody things, and it's not like I don't draw like I feel uncomfortable drawing it weirdly, but so I don't get those offers. I was once asked by somebody if I could. I really don't think I can say it.
Go on, whisper and I'll tell if it's
This is the level of professionalism.
I don't know if you could say that.
I don't think I can say it.
Until I'm a bit more divided.
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. Good.
So, Ask. You can go and ask Declan privately.
Are we finishing up?
Yeah, you can go and
I'll tell
ask.
you one thing though, I did it.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Pretty glad you're asked now.
So you could go and ask Declan that privately if you see him. So that's you up for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
You're just repeating those same 3 words, which you'll come to regret so much. Wow.
Can't
Why would
see
someone
that.
do?
I think it was a friend, he was a brother of a friend of mine. I think he was taking the piss to see if I'll actually do it.
It was actually. Let's put it in different words, shall we?
Yeah.
It was a clown being inappropriate with a cat.
With a cat.
That's probably the best way to.
Yeah.
But like I drew him crying, but he had the smiley face to make it more. You know, so it was like, you know, but he had the smiley face. So it was pretty.
Can we just stop?
So on that note, I want to say thank you. On the high note, thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time.